Hey everybody, here we are again, and you may have noticed that we're in Caravan, so we're not talking about beer. But I have got one. We've got a slight problem with water ingress. I'll show you a bit closer. Only a slight, but it's showing us mould, and we think it's coming from the strap, the roof strap across the back. So I'm going to show you how to take it apart and hopefully fix the problem. Right, so there you can see the mould. It's obviously started at the top. There's not a right lot and almost nothing towards the bottom. So it's not a huge leak, but it needs sorting before it gets any worse. And then we can sort that cupboard out. Hopefully it just needs cleaning off and doesn't need a new piece. And this is just decorative. I did think it went all the way across and was going to be difficult to get out, but it doesn't. It just hides up in there. So I'll put you on the tripod and show you how to remove this. I've got a wallpaper scraper. This isn't stuck on, so you just want to carefully slide it. You don't want to damage this bit, but carefully slide it and then just start prising it down a little bit at a time. Just like that. Once you get it started, you can get your fingers in. You want to pull it all the way across. And then what you can do is pull it down and just slide it out like that. You don't want to bend it, you just want to be very careful. This exposes the strap clamps, so you need to unbolt these, and as you can see there is a little bit of moisture, so yes, it is leaking, not huge amounts, but there's definitely moisture there, so it needs doing. Right, I'll get rid of the rest of this and then I'll have a look at them clamps. I should have mentioned there's two small side pieces as well. They aren't difficult to get off. Easier than the main bit. Comes off. As you can see, definitely water dripping off that. There's some rust on that. Hopefully it's not rusted shut. But there's a clamp there, and 1, 2, 3 across the top, so 5 clamps in total to remove. I've taken a couple of the clamps off. You're going to need a 10mm socket, and the one that was rusty on the end came out dead easy because it was only the actual hex end that was rusty. So as you can see, hex end was rusty, but the actual thread was fine. So I'm going to clean them off, and I'm going to oil them up, I think. So all 5 clamps need to come off, and then we can go outside. Right, don't know how much I got of that, because the battery died. But I've got the other side up to about midpoint. We're just using the scraper. But this side seems a little bit more adhered. So I'm going to just try and carefully with the Stanley knife just ease the Stanley knife in, same way but it's slightly thinner, and just try and cut the silicone. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. Once you get the silicone cut, it should come out easy. It obviously wasn't leaking at this end, it was leaking at the other end, where it wasn't stuck down properly. Right, so I'll cut this out. Well, it's taken about half an hour to get that off. I've now got to clean it all up. This doesn't entirely set. Don't know if that's the Sikaflex or if it's something else that they've used, but once you can get the end up, it's fairly easy. You can then start lifting it and just run the scraper underneath. Right, temporarily sheeted the Caravan up, and I've come inside to remove the sealant from the roof strap, and it's going to be time consuming but fairly easy. I'll just show you this. It just peels straight off, and once you get a ball of it, it can help, and it just sticks together and just peels off bit by bit. So yes, time consuming but a relatively easy job. I'll show you this. When you get on a roll using two hands, it comes off really quite easily, he says, as it suddenly decides to stop playing. Oh no, there we go again. So you just got to keep getting a finger down close to the metalwork again, and just prise a little bit more up. I'm not bothering about the edges yet, I'll clean them up after. I'm going to get the main silicone off. So as you can see, it's coming off quite quick. Sometimes if you pay attention to a little bit of an edge like that, it stops it from ripping out. It says as it rips out anyway. Right, I moved outside because it was getting a little bit messy, and then I thought, let's try some chemicals. I've got some isopropyl alcohol, and I found once you've got the main bit off, it's taken me about an hour to get the main sealant off, but if you tip IPA, isopropyl alcohol, onto the track and just it peels straight off with very little effort, that remaining residual bit, with just a lolly stick. A slither of wood, shall we say. So yeah, nearly done, nearly ready to reassemble. Here we are again. I'm about to reassemble the roof strap, and I'm using Sikaflex 522. I'm not going to show you the stage because I don't know how long it takes to go off or skin over, so I'm going to do it quick. I'm going to put 2 continuous beads down each side, and I'm going to put a continuous bead each side of the hole in the top of the Caravan, and then go back inside, clamp it up. I'll show you the clamping bit, but I'm not going to be showing you the putting it onto the actual Caravan. Right, I'll just show you the 2 beads either side, and then I'm going to switch off and put it on the Caravan. Right, I'll just show you putting the clamps back in. As I say, I want to move fairly briskly here, so So finding the place where it was previously, just about. Let's put them all gently in place and then tighten them up. And then go across each one and just check they're all tight without tightening them too much, because it's only going into an aluminium bar. Right, here we are on the roof with the roof strap in place. As you can see, the sealant has oozed out in a couple of places, so just about the right mount was probably put on. What I'm going to do is just even that bead up and run an ever so slight bead down the edge just to finish it off. Right, I'll do exactly the same the other side and at the other edge, but I'm not going to bother showing you that. That's how you do it roughly. Make a pap of that. It's better. Nearly forgot to show putting the end caps on. I'm not convinced they're more than just a bit of decoration really. It does finish the end off, so I've just covered it with Sikaflex and then just pop it in place there. Press it down and then I'll just finish off the edges. Right, job's nearly done. I've just got to put the inside piece of trim on. So slide it in one end. Ours is slightly breaking. I'm not going to glue it back on. Just gently bend it up, slide it in, and then push it up from the middle. Sorted, apart from the two little end bits. Right, that was approximately 4 hours start to finish. Hopefully cured the leak. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Cheers. Bye. It's time for a beer.
wake up